we have been waiting quite some time to see Caitlin Clark play basketball. Not only take shots and shoot around, but actually go up against something that looks like competition in an actual, competitive environment. Not just shoot off a rack, not go 1v air, actually play some basketball. And we finally have it. We've waited long enough.
The explosion didn't stay in that arena. It traveled, because when Caitlin Clark's Team USA debut exploded, the WNBA didn't just watch, it recalibrated. For months, the league narrative around Clark was carefully framed. Generational score, massive draw, still adjusting. There was always a subtle qualifier attached. She's growing. She's learning. She'll get there. That framing protected hierarchy. It slowed momentum. But international validation changes everything, because international play removes excuses, different pace, different physicality, different expectations, and she didn't just survive it, she stabilized it.
What we got going on here? Yes, folks, that is Caitlin Clark in a defensive stance. That is Caitlin Clark playing some defense. Yeah, she wants to make this team. She's gonna make the team. She wants to make this team. She wants to show that she's not a liability on defense like so many people believe she is.
There was a stretch midway through the third quarter where Team USA's offense stalled. 2 empty possessions, forced looks. The ball swung to Clark at the top. She didn't rush. She didn't force. She reset the action, drew the defender higher than normal, and initiated a clean side-to-side sequence that ended in a high percentage finish. That's not highlight material, that's system control.
Jackie Young here, Caitlin Clark there playing defense. Immediate inbound, and this is a play that I'm really impressed by. Caitlin Clark, immediate inbound to Jackie Young, bam, bam, layup. And this is they're playing against Kelsey Plum here. So it's a good shot there, and it doesn't really matter. So Caitlin inbounds to Jackie Young, and there is, I mean this when I say this. If Jackie Young wants to come to Indiana, that is the only circumstance where I think it's acceptable for the Indiana Fever to say, you know what, we don't, not that we don't want Kelsey Mitchell, or that's the only time it's acceptable for the Fever to say, okay, Kelsey Mitchell's not the, not that she's not the priority, but you know what, we have a better player, because Jackie Young is absolutely a better pair, is a better seamless fit with Caitlin Clark.
And system control is what league executives notice, because if a player can stabilize possessions under international pressure, she can stabilize attention under domestic pressure. That's portability, and portability is rare. Sponsors don't invest in moments, they invest in scale. Broadcast partners don't just chase ratings, spikes. They chase sustainability. After this debut, the framing shifted. Segments began asking, how does she reshape the league? Not can she handle it? That's a huge difference, because once someone is framed as a reshaper instead of a rookie, planning changes, scheduling changes, marketing emphasis changes. The league won't announce this shift. It won't admit recalibration publicly, but watch the language. Watch the segment framing. Watch how often her minutes are clipped. That's response, quiet, strategic, but real. Her Team USA debut didn't just explode as a viral event, it forced strategic adjustment, and strategic adjustments ripple.
We got the GOAT back. We got the GOAT back. The GOAT, Caitlin Clark, is back on the court. Tears coming to my eyes, man. Tears coming to my eyes. I thought I'd never see the day. We thought we'd never see the day, but we are here. The GOAT is back dominating on the court at Team USA camp. What do you know? CC is back, man. We gotta get into this footage. We gotta get into everything.
This wasn't about a stat line. It was about leverage. When Caitlin Clark's Team USA debut exploded, it altered the math. Because influence in professional sports isn't measured only in points. It's measured in gravity. Audience gravity, conversation gravity, commercial gravity, and gravity compounds. Look at the metrics around her minutes. Engagement spikes, clip circulation widens, debate intensifies. That's audience pull, and audience pull directly impacts bargaining power.
Let's get right into things. We have been patiently waiting. We only got 13 games last season. They strung us along all year and told us the girl was day-to-day, knowing the girl wasn't playing. Caitlin Clark is officially back. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Oh, man, get this CBA deal done, man. She about to crush y'all this year. She gonna crush y'all this year. Look at Skinny CC back. The original Iowa CC look is back. Oh, man, on the Team USA court, jump shot looking pretty. Oh, them Kobe's is fire, too. Them Kobe's is fire. Yeah.
Future CBA conversations won't ignore viewership growth. Future broadcast negotiations won't ignore audience concentration. Future endorsement structures won't ignore cross-platform portability. That's where the shift happens. Not emotionally, structurally. Because once a player proves she can carry interest across systems, WNBA, Team USA, international stage, she becomes infrastructure. Infrastructure players don't just fill roles, they shape revenue models. There was a possession late in the fourth where she spaced nearly 5 feet beyond the arc. Her defender followed. The paint cleared. A veteran cut. Easy finish.
Let's run. Let's run the whole length of the floor. Let's get the pass going. Let's get the offense there. Swing to a corner, do a corner shot, missed a shot. I don't really care. It is that tempo, and you're seeing it in this camp. That teams that Caitlin Clark is playing on is not just Caitlin Clark. They are go. There is a people didn't completely mistake speed for tempo, and it's like, oh no, the fastest players, they play at the highest tempo. No, they don't. The tempo is like the second is just when you see it where it's like, okay, the ball's there, we're all gone. Everyone's gone. Pass, forward. Everyone looking forward. Bang. Easy open shot. Easy, quick open shot.
That's gravity without touching the ball. That's influence without usage. And that's what executives evaluate. Because influence, independent of usage, is scalable. Scalable influence drives valuation. Valuation drives leverage. Leverage drives negotiation outcomes. Her Team USA debut exploding didn't create immediate revolution. It created incremental tilt. And incremental tilts compound over seasons, over negotiations, over cycles. Power rarely shifts in dramatic speeches. It shifts in repeated proof. This was proof, and proof stacks.
Firstly, I want to talk about this Team USA roster for the 2026 USA Women's World Cup qualifying team. Just so you guys know, I just want to make this clear. This is not an Olympic roster team. This is for World Cup. And this is also for the qualifiers for World Cup. So this is actually happening in March.
They said she wasn't ready. They said timing mattered. They said the Olympic decision was about long-term development. Then Caitlin Clark's Team USA debut exploded. And suddenly that framing felt fragile because readiness doesn't argue. It reveals itself. Watch her body language early in the game. No urgency, no rush. She brought the ball up calmly against pressure. She absorbed contact without reacting emotionally. She made the extra pass instead of forcing a statement shot. That's maturity. There was a moment in the second half where a defender tried to crowd her beyond the arc. Instead of forcing the drive, she retreated one step, widened the spacing, and reset. That's understanding tempo, not chasing validation. Understanding tempo. And tempo control is what elite players develop over years. If she truly wasn't ready, it would have shown. In rushed decisions, in defensive breakdowns, in visible nerves. It didn't. And that's where the Olympic narrative weakens. Because the original reasoning hinged on readiness. Now readiness has been demonstrated, publicly, under global scrutiny. The snub doesn't disappear, but its interpretation changes. It shifts from necessary timing to debatable calculation. And that shift matters long-term, because legacy conversations revisit moments like this, moments where expectation collided with performance. Her debut didn't scream revenge. It didn't need to. It demonstrated capability, and capability reshapes memory. Over time, the conversation won't center on whether she was ready. It will center on when she was undeniable. And this game might be that turning point. Her Team USA debut exploded, but the deeper impact, It altered historical framing, and historical framing determines legacy. If you made it to the end and you're still watching, drop CCUSA into the comments.
It's good to mix things through the camp, and what I tried to be intentional about was seeing different guard combinations, seeing different forward combinations. And it just so happened that the last day, the combinations I hadn't seen was all the veterans together and all the newcomers together.
We're gonna play a 5-minute quarter and we're gonna see who wins it. It's a full game. 5-minute quarters, a full game. 5-minute game. 5-minute game. Hey, let's get this dub.
I asked my staff the morning before the last day of practice, I said, I woke up and I thought, let's do this. I said, what do you guys think? And they said, I think that's great.
Good find, Steve. Good find, Steve.
You thought Caitlin Clark's Team USA debut exploding was the story. It wasn't. The real story started after the final buzzer, because the moment that game ended, something subtle but powerful shifted. The tone changed. Before this debut, the language around Clark was cautious. She's still adjusting. International play is different. Maybe next cycle. There was always a qualifier attached to her name. After this game, the qualifiers disappeared. Now it was. She fits. She stabilizes. She changes spacing. That's not hype. That's recalibration.
All right, let's just turn that down. I don't want to get a copyright strike on some music. Man. Effortless passer, you know? Just effortless. She just used them guys. I mean, that was easy pickings for her. Kelsey, Plum, way downtown, Caitlin, boom. She knocking down threes, folks. That's a great thing to see. Caitlin Clark knocking down threes. That's fantastic.
And recalibration only happens when the film forces it. Watch her first few possessions again. She didn't hunt shots. She didn't rush. She initiated offense calmly, even when defenders picked her up early. There was a possession in the second quarter where she brought the ball up against full pressure, didn't panic, waved off a screen, and delivered a simple cross-court swing pass that led to a clean look. It wasn't flashy, but it was controlled. And control travels. Then came the deeper pull-up attempt. Not forced, not desperate. Within rhythm. That shot stretched the defense 2 steps further than usual.
Let's see some of the hoops. Been waiting a long time for this, haven't we?
Oh, got you. I
Uh-oh. We got the pull-up. Skirt! Step back. Oh, there it is. A signature move. USA basketball, they already know. That's Caitlin Clark's signature move.
The next possession, the lane was wider. That's gravity. And gravity changes systems. When teammates start cutting harder because they trust the spacing, you know something has clicked. By the fourth quarter, the offense didn't look experimental anymore. It looked settled. That's when the narrative collapses, because once you look settled at that level, the debate isn't can she, it becomes why wasn't she earlier? And that's the real shift. They can't ignore her now, not in roster discussions, not in future Olympic planning, not in leadership hierarchies. Once credibility locks in at the international level, it doesn't quietly fade, it compounds. Her Team USA debut exploded, but the explosion wasn't noise, it was validation, and validation changes how power moves.
So it looked like the return of Caitlin Clark is over, man. She is headed to Team USA basketball, and we gonna jump right into this thing, man. So the Indiana Fever and many of basketball media people in the news that Caitlin Clark will be returning to the basketball court. Now, this should come as no surprise from anybody. For anybody, bruh. The 12-player roster has been released, and I'm excited because you know what that means? basketball content is coming back, baby.
Forget the highlight reel, watch the bench. Because Caitlin Clark's Team USA debut exploding wasn't about scoring, it was about acceptance. Early in the game, you could see it. Teammates weren't distant, but they were evaluating. Veterans watched her pace, watched her spacing, watched how quickly she processed switches. That's normal. Team USA isn't developmental, it's precision. There was a moment in the first half where she hesitated on a drive and kicked the ball back out instead of forcing contact.
Only watching Caitlin Clark. Forget about the rest of the team. We all know who everybody's here for. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We all know who everybody's here for. Number 17. Number 17. Hey, Nike. I'm telling you this right now, Nike. You better get something ready for that 17. You better be in the lab cooking for that number 17 over here on this Team USA. She's pretty good. This number 17, she's pretty darn good.
That decision matters. Veterans respect restraint. Later, when she threaded a bounce pass into the post after drawing two defenders beyond the arc, you saw something shift. The bench reacted early, before the shot fell. That's anticipation. That's trust building in real time. By halftime, the communication looked smoother. Players were pointing to spots for her, not directing her, adjusting to her. That's different. In the third quarter, after she spaced deep on the wing and forced a hard closeout, one of the veterans cut behind the defender and finished inside. The first person to clap on the bench, the player who just scored. That's culture. By the fourth quarter, she wasn't a guest. She was integrated. Post-game body language confirmed it. Direct conversation, eye contact, shared smiles, no forced politeness. Locker rooms don't fake comfort. And once that room decides you belong, everything else becomes easier. Her debut didn't just explode online, it passed the internal test. And that's the part that sustains momentum.
So there's a lot of newness. I think the thing that isn't new is what USA Basketball is, what the goals are, what we want to accomplish, and like how we go about doing that.
It's not about like being young, age, or whatever. It's about the opportunity to be here, to represent, and understand that you're a part of something bigger than yourself.
Yeah, Kyle! You're going posting. How we doing down here? We guarded? Ready on 3, 1, 2, 3. Right. Welcome to the new quad. I'm really excited to be here. I hope you are too.
When Caitlin Clark stepped onto the floor for her Team USA debut, something shifted. Not just on the scoreboard, in the room. For months, the conversation was simple. She didn't belong. She wasn't ready. The Olympic snub proved it. The old guard had spoken.
Caitlin Clark didn't make the cut for the 12-player Team USA roster for the 2024 Paris Olympics. That is according to Selection Committee Chair Jen Rosati, who explained the decision came down to basketball criteria and not the fame and attention Clark would bring to the games this summer.
That's not what this conversation is about. This is about what I will personally label the idiocy of Team USA women's basketball. How dare you make this decision? It's stupid. And I'm gonna tell you why it's stupid. I want all the ladies on this squad to know every single one of y'all are deserving of it. Caitlin Clark does not deserve a spot ahead of any of the players on this roster, okay? If we're talking just basketball, you know we're not. You know we're not. Let's harken back to the Dream Team in 1992. Remember when Christian Laettner was on that squad? Forget the other pro players. Forget the pro players. Forget the pro players. That's a given. First time NBA players were allowed to participate. Don't put that damn screen up when I'm talking right now. I want to see Shanae and Andrea, okay? The point is this. Those rosters, right? Those players were on there. Do you know that Christian Laettner also was chosen ahead of Shaquille O'Neal and Alonzo Mourning? You know why? He was a two-time national champion. He was a Wooden Award winner. And he was white. And he had his own cachet. He brought it to the table. He was a big-time collegiate player who was white and busting people's you-know-what. They couldn't miss.
But the moment her Team USA debut tipped off, that narrative started to crack. Because this wasn't hype. It was control. She didn't force shots. She didn't hunt highlights. She orchestrated. She spaced the floor. She drew defenders out to 30 feet and created space no one else on that roster can create. And suddenly, you could see it. The body language changed. Veterans who once looked hesitant now looked relieved. The offense flowed. The pace picked up. The crowd leaned forward. Her Team USA debut didn't just explode online. It exposed something. She wasn't the problem. She was the solution. Every pass she made felt intentional. Every defensive rotation was sharp. She wasn't playing like a rookie trying to prove something. She was playing like someone who already knew. And the reaction was instant. Social media lit up. Analysts who once questioned her fit suddenly pivoted. The same voices that said too soon were now saying this is different.
So it looked like the return of Caitlin Clark is over, man. She is headed to Team USA basketball, and we gonna jump right into this thing, man. So the Indiana Fever and many of basketball media people in the news that Caitlin Clark will be returning to the basketball court. Now, this should come as no surprise from anybody. For anybody, bro. The 12-player roster has been released, and I'm excited because you know what that means? Basketball content is coming back, baby.
Because it was different. This wasn't WNBA politics. This was international basketball, and she looked comfortable. That's what made her Team USA debut explode. Comfort, control, confidence. The snub narrative collapsed in real time. You could see it in the huddle. Teammates leaned toward her. Coaches trusted her with the ball in pressure moments. Trust isn't given, it's earned. And she earned it. The bigger story isn't that she played well, it's that the entire tone around her shifted. From controversial to essential, from polarizing to foundational. Her Team USA debut didn't just silence critics, it forced the league to rethink everything. And that's why this moment matters. Because once you prove you belong on the biggest stage, there's no going back. The narrative has changed, and it exploded in front of everyone.
Everybody wants to see star players. She's a connector. She brings people together.
Clark firing and hitting. Clark behind the back. It goes right to the window. Wow.
She's hard to defend all the time, like not at times.
Clark launching and hitting. Clark splashing home a three. Clark the flick ahead. Oh, beautifully done. Touchdown Fever. Clark fires. You bet. And then steps back with the three.
Caitlin Clark's team. USA debut didn't just explode, it divided the room. Because the second she stepped onto that court, the same tension that followed her into the WNBA followed her here. Us versus them. You could feel it before tip-off. This wasn't just about basketball. It was about hierarchy. For years, Team USA had a pecking order. Veterans first, system first. Respect earned slowly.
But you still complaining about the max salary being $250,000. You're still complaining about the absence of eyeballs. You're still complaining about the lack of headlines and notoriety and pub and cachet. You're complaining about all of these things. And the one person who has proven they can alleviate that concern, that could ultimately serve to benefit the better whole, now we want to sit up there and get all altruistic and stuff and talking about, hey, it's about the sanctity of the game and the level of competition. You're going to win by 30 without her, just like you'd win by 30 with her. It don't make a difference. You make the call because of the betterment of the whole in the end. That is not compromising your integrity. That is business, and y'all are going to find that out.
But Clark doesn't move slowly. The moment she started stretching the defense past half court, the entire structure bent. Spacing widened, transitions sped up. The offense felt modern, and that's when the reaction exploded. Fans online weren't just celebrating her plays, they were asking questions. Why wasn't she here sooner? Why did it take this long? Why did the narrative feel forced? That's where the controversy lives. because her Team USA debut didn't expose weakness in her game. It exposed hesitation in leadership, and some people don't like that.
So the WNBA says they want to get paid more. They're saying this year they're going to make $1 billion. That's what they're saying, okay? For the first time ever. Now that Caitlin Clark is hurt for 2 weeks, did you see ticket prices? Insane. Let me read you the ticket prices. After Caitlin Clark's been hurt for 2 weeks. All right? So let's go through this. Caitlin Clark absence is having an immediate impact beyond the court. According to data shared by Yahoo Sports via TickPick, prices for 2 specific Indiana Fever away games against the Chicago Sky and the Washington Mystics dropped sharply after Clark was sidelined. Before the injury, the lowest ticket available for Fever's matchup in Chicago was $86. For the game in Washington, fans needed at least $41 to get in. After the news of Clark's absence, those get-in prices fell to $25 from $86 and $14 from $41. What the hell is going on with WNBA that they cannot handle all this attention that they're getting, as well as the hate and anger towards Caitlin Clark?
You could see it in post-game interviews. Careful language, measured praise. No one wanted to admit what everyone saw. The game changed when she entered, and that creates friction, because when a rookie instantly elevates a system, it challenges the old guard. It suggests the future is already here, and not everyone is ready for that. Her Team USA debut exploded not because she scored 30, but because she fit seamlessly. Too seamlessly. The ball found her. The offense responded to her gravity. And suddenly, the debate wasn't, can she handle this level? It became, why was she held back? That question is uncomfortable for coaches, for decision makers, for veterans protecting legacy. But you can't hide from momentum. And momentum is loud. Her debut didn't whisper, it exploded. And the ripple effects are just starting.
Quite some time to see Caitlin Clark play basketball. Not only take shots and shoot around, but actually go up against something that looks like competition in an actual, competitive environment. Not just shoot off a rack, not go 1v air, actually play some basketball. And we finally have it. We've waited long enough.
This wasn't just a debut. It was a leverage moment. Caitlin Clark's Team USA debut exploded, but not just because of performance, because of power. For months, the narrative positioned her as dependent on the WNBA machine, league marketing, broadcast push, rookie storyline. But when she stepped onto Team USA's floor, that frame disappeared. She didn't need the league. The league needed her gravity. International audiences tuned in. Engagement spiked. Highlights trended. That's not coincidence. That's influence. Her Team USA debut showed something executives cannot ignore.
We've been waiting a long time for this, haven't we?
Oh, got you.
Uh-oh. We got the pull-up. Skirt! Step back. Oh, there it is. A signature move. USA basketball, they already know. That's Caitlin Clark's signature move.
She travels. Her appeal crosses uniforms. And when a player proves that kind of portability, the power dynamic shifts. Because now negotiations change. Broadcast leverage changes. CBA conversations change. Owners see ratings. Sponsors see metrics. Players see opportunity. And once that ecosystem recognizes where growth is coming from, the math shifts. Her debut exploded online because it symbolized independence. She's not confined to one structure. She elevates any structure she touches. That's rare, and rare creates leverage. This wasn't about one game, it was about positioning. Because once you prove you can carry interest onto a global stage, you're not just a player, you're infrastructure, and infrastructure changes negotiations. That's why this moment matters long term. Her Team USA debut didn't just validate talent, it rebalanced influence. And that kind of shift doesn't quietly fade, it explodes.
We got to go back. We got to go back. The GOAT, Caitlin Clark, is back on the court. Tears coming to my eyes, man. Tears coming to my eyes. I thought I'd never see the day We thought we'd never see the day, but we are here. The GOAT is back dominating on the court at Team USA camp. What do you know?
Watch the bench, not the highlights, the bench. Caitlin Clark's team. USA debut exploded on social media, but the real story was in the reactions around her. When she pulled up from deep, heads snapped. When she threaded a pass through traffic, teammates clapped before the shot even fell.
Iowa CC look is back. Oh, man, on the Team USA court. Jump shot looking pretty. Oh, them Kobe's is fire, too. Them Kobe's is fire. Yeah. It's going to be a show. Look at everybody in the background watching. They know who to watch. They know the players in practice know who they came to see. They want to see the CC show. They ain't watching nobody else shoot like this. It's the CC show, man.
That's respect. And respect in that locker room isn't automatic. It's earned. Early in the game, you could sense evaluation, veterans observing, testing pace, testing decision-making. But as possessions stacked up, the tone shifted. Communication flowed toward her. Off-ball movement adjusted to her rhythm. That's chemistry forming in real time. And when chemistry forms that quickly, it sends a message. She belongs. The post-game body language told the same story. Smiles, shoulder taps, direct eye contact during interviews. No awkward distance, no coldness, just acknowledgement. Her Team USA debut exploded because it passed the internal test. The players saw it. The coaches saw it. The system responded to it. And once that locker room embraces you, the narrative changes. Because internal validation travels faster than media narratives. It spreads inside the culture. And culture is everything. This wasn't hype. It was acceptance. And acceptance at that level is rare. That's why this moment matters. It wasn't just fans celebrating. It was teammates recognizing impact. Her debut didn't just explode online. It resonated inside the room. And that's harder to earn. They left her off. That was the headline. Too inexperienced, too soon, not ready. But Caitlin Clark's Team USA debut exploded in a way that reframed that entire conversation. Because the second she stepped on the floor, it didn't look rushed. It looked overdue. The pace felt natural. The spacing improved instantly. And the composure stood out. This wasn't revenge energy. It was controlled response. And controlled response is more dangerous than anger. Every possession felt like quiet proof. No theatrics, no gestures, just execution. That's how redemption works at the highest level. It doesn't scream, it demonstrates. Her Team USA debut exploded because it rewrote the Olympic narrative without saying a word. No press conference needed, no quotes required. The film told the story. You could feel the shift. Commentators softened their tone. Fans who doubted adjusted language. Because once performance replaces theory, debates fade. The snub no longer feels like a statement of limitation. It feels like a miscalculation. And miscalculations at that level linger. This wasn't just about one game. It was about perception. She didn't chase validation, she embodied it. And when that happens, momentum compounds. Her debut didn't just explode in numbers. It exploded in meaning. Because redemption arcs resonate deeper than hype. They feel earned. And this one feels like it's just beginning.